Welcome to the document preparation tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to review how to begin to set up your documents for a seamless and quick import process of your data into our system. To first understand how to set up your document for importation, you'll have to become familiar with the import tool. Step 2 will show you how to actually import your data once you have finished setting up your file. When looking at the data import tool, you will be asked if this is your first time importing. Select Yes. Within the data types section, you'll notice 4 different data types that you can import: item location details, sales, and categories. Ideally, you will create one file for each data type, thus having 4 files containing all of your company's data. If you wish to combine all of your data into one file, you can learn how to do so in Step 2. Let's review the terms in each of these data types. In the item location details data type, you are able to import the data that applies to each SKU at each location. This will include SKU, location, active code, buyer planner, cost, end of life, freeze ABC code, freeze forecast, lead time, price, and supplier. The next data type is item details. You can import details that describe each SKU at the item level. These are things about the item that stay the same no matter where the item is being sold. This includes SKU, case quantity, description, package quantity, pallet quantity, vendor SKU, volume, and weight. Next, we have sales. Here you are able to import the previous years of sales data from your company. You can import the SKU, location, adjustments you have made to the current sales, cost of item, price of item, number of items sold, and the date that they were sold. Lastly, you can import categories. These can help you filter and sort through items when you're looking at a forecast. You can import the SKU, location, label of the category, and specific term within that category. For example, if I was a shoe store, I may want to put the label as brand and the category data as Nike or Adidas. Now that we have identified each data type, it's time to build a file with the proper data to import. We're going to start with an item location details file because when importing SKUs for the first time, it must be done under the item location details. We're going to prepare our document in Google Sheets, but the same can be done in any spreadsheet software, like Microsoft Excel, for example. For the item location details data type, SKU and location are required, so we'll start with those. Then, we are able to add any of the terms that we see here in the Labels to Import section based on what we want to import. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to import all of the terms, but you can decide which terms are important to your company. It is important to note that you must order your terms from left to right rather than top to bottom. If you have already made your CSV horizontally, you will need to perform what is called a pivot. I have prepared a table here that is incorrectly formatted with the titles vertically and my data horizontally. To pivot the data, I am going to select all of the data by holding my mouse down and dragging across the numbers on the left of the screen. Once I have all of my data selected, I will then press Ctrl+C or Command+C on a Mac to highlight the data. I will then right-click below the data and hover over Paste Special and select Paste Transposed. The data will take some time to load, but then it should appear in the correct format. I can now delete the remaining data. Now that everything is formatted correctly, I will go over the data included. I have included SKU with my list of SKUs, location with each of their locations, the active code of each SKU at each location, the buyer planner by SKU and location, the cost of the SKU at each location, the price of the SKU at each location, the end of life at that location, whether or not I am freezing the ABC code or forecast, the lead time of each SKU at each location, and finally, the supplier at each location. Now that I have prepared my document, I can save it as a CSV by going to File, Download, and selecting comma-separated values. My file will then download and I will be ready to import. To learn how to actually import your data, watch the next video entitled Import Data. Thanks for watching and learning how to prepare your documents.